Hi, this is a 2002 Bajaj Pulsar, and this has not been running for the past 12 years. So last time I parked, this had white smoke coming from the exhaust. So I'm going to see if I can fix the issue and then get this bike running again. Next, I have cleaned the bike as much as I could, and then I removed the two side panels. One was here, the other was here, and you need the keys to the bike in order to remove these. And then there's a release cable here which you can pull, and then you can remove the seat. So next we'll remove the gas tank, the tank for the bike, and then that will expose the engine for the bike. So the petrol tank is held by this one bolt, which is 12 mm. After this you have to pull it up and then pull it out, and that's how you are able to disassemble the petrol tank. There are a few more connections for the petrol tank. It's connected to the carburetor. I pulled this out, and then on the other side it is connected to this fuse. Again, I pulled it out, and then there's one more connection here. Which is on a clip, so you push it and then you can pull it out, and now you can release the tank. After removal, it looks like this. Next, we are going to remove the silencer, which is held by two bolts. One is here, the other one is next to it here. I'll let you know what is the size. Apart from those two bolts, there's one more. This is a 14 mm head, but you have to hold it, and that's a 17 mm. And after this silencer will come out. Next, I removed the kick. This is held by a 12 mm, so I unbolted this and then I pulled this out. Next, I'll remove these four bolts. These are 10 mm each. Next, I have pulled this cable for the spark plug, and then I'll try to remove the spark plug and then proceed. After removing the four bolts and the spark plug from the other side, I was able to remove the valve cover. And let's proceed to remove the cylinder, block cylinder. Next, there are four 14 mm bolts which you have to remove, and then there are these two. I think these are 12. I'll update when I remove them. And this mount looks like it's connected to the cylinder head, so I'll have to remove even this, and then I can remove the carburetor and disassemble the cylinder hub. To remove the chain, you have to remove the adjuster, and it's held by these three bolts. Two of them is 8 mm, one is 10 mm, and make sure when you're installing it the arrow is pointing down. This is how the camshaft looks after it's removed. I've put back the chain sprocket, so everything is in place. It has four dowel pins on the bottom, so when you're removing it, be careful that it doesn't fall inside the engine. There's a 12 mm bolt which is holding the bike frame to the engine, so I'm going to remove it. So I'm going to remove this screw which is connected to the carburetor. I'll probably remove the carburetor because it needs cleaning. and then this cylinder should be free to come out. The carburetor is out. When I'm trying to pull the cylinder head, it's hitting this mount, so I'll have to remove this completely so there's more space and this can come out freely. These are again 12 mm. After removing the engine mount, it looks like this. So I think this is free. Next video we'll remove the cylinder head. Next there were these bolts which were in the cylinder head, and I had to remove them. I was able to remove only 3 of them. The 4th one is still tight. I don't want to mess the threads at the top, so I removed 3. Maybe I'll have enough room to pull the cylinder head out. This rod was stuck, so I used a 17 mm bolt, and then this is from the valve cover, and I tightened both of these, and then I undid this, and I was holding it from the top. Let me show you how I did it. So I had this 14 mm bolt, and then this is a 17 mm bolt. So I was holding this, and then I went anti-clockwise on this bolt, and this rod came loose. So now I can remove this, and next we'll remove the cylinder kit. After removing the cylinder kit, it looks like this. Next we'll remove the piston. There's a snap ring here which you have to remove, and then this piston will come out. So you see it's all burnt up, so I'll be replacing the piston. Even the packing is bad, so this has to be sanded and then put a new packing, and then a new cylinder kit, also a new piston. So I was able to successfully remove the snap ring. It looks like this, and now I can push the dowel pin which is holding the piston. So I used a very small screwdriver. The one which I had, the larger one, was since the snap ring is so small, the larger one, I wasn't able to use the larger one, so I had to use this very small flatted screwdriver. To remove the dowel pin, I'm pushing this, and then it's coming out from the other side. So once this is removed, you can pull the piston out. This is how it came out, and then I'm going to note how the orientation is. Arrow is pointing towards the front of the car, bike. These are the valves which we'll be replacing. You can see it's really burned. So the smaller one goes towards the exhaust pipe, and the bigger one goes towards the carburetor. To remove the valve, what I did was I placed a piece of cloth underneath the head, and then I covered it with the cloth so that I don't lose the locks. And then I hit it. I placed this spark plug removal tool, and I hit this with a hammer. So these are the locks which are held, which holds the valve in place. There are 2 on each side. So this is the one. It was like this, and I just pulled it out. It came out. There are these valves too. I think I'll replace them also. So I'll be removing the next one. So I have got all the parts back from the shop. They cleaned everything, and I'm installing the locks on the head, the valves and the valve seals. To install the valve, all you have to do is just place it in the hole and then push it. It goes in, and then I'm installing the seal. So make sure it's seated all the way at the bottom. You just have to push it, and that should work. I've cleaned the surface as much as I could, and this is the new gasket I'm installing, and cylinder will come on this. I'll install the piston and then the cylinder. I have already installed the rings for the piston. I've installed the cylinder, and it's flush. There's a packing here, and there are 2 pins, one here and the other here, and piston is pointing to the front of the bike. Next we'll put another packing here, and then put the head on top and install everything back.